everyone! So for today's video I just wanted to film kind of a school advice Q&A. I know it's like still summer, but I just wanted to make this because if there's any incoming freshmen or anything that want to just prepare for school and just don't really kind of know what to do, then you can maybe take some of my advice from all these questions. So a lot of people asked me about fuckboys and how to deal with them. Like someone commented and then a bunch more people commented, so I was like, okay, got to address this issue. So it's kind of hard to deal with disgusting boys, especially when you go to school with them and you have to see them like in your classes or during lunch, or maybe you have other friends that are friends with them. But mostly what I do is I just try to avoid them, or I just don't talk to them. Sometimes like maybe a disgusting boy that I've dealt with, like I'll just avoid them, I won't talk to them, I won't, like if I have a class with them, I'll just not look at them, like not really acknowledge their existence. Papaya Chop asked me how to motivate yourself to finish a summer assignment. So what I do when I have summer assignments is I take, like usually it's kind of a book that you have to read or just something, and I will take like, let's say there's a month and a half left of summer, and I'll be like, okay, that's like 40 days. So I will divide the amount of pages in a book I have to read by the amount of days left in summer, and maybe take down a few days so that I have like a few days before school to not do those. And then I'll just be like, okay, if I divide this 1,000,000-page book by this many days, and I have to read 15 pages a day or 20 pages a day, and so I'll read like 20 pages in a day, and then if I'm feeling like really motivated, I'll read like 40 pages a day or something. And so that way you don't have to read like 1,000,000 pages every day, but you do keep like on track. But you kind of have to stay on track. If you don't do that, then you might forget. Or you can just split up like your book by months. Like if it's July and your school starts in September, then you read half of the book in July, half of it in August, and then annotate it like in August also. So I just recommend splitting it up. Stella Ray though asked me how to make friends if you're really shy. So I used to be really shy, and I just decided that I don't want to be shy anymore. So I just kind of got over that fear and I just started talking to people. Usually if you're really shy, just put yourself out there and learn that it's like not too hard to talk to people. Like sometimes it's kind of hard to get over that shyness, but if you just kind of leave over, like introduce yourself to someone, talk to someone, text someone, like then that's a good way to make friends. Also join some new clubs. Like you don't necessarily have to be super outgoing to be in clubs. You can just kind of sit back, watch, and then participate sometimes, and you'll probably make new friends that way. The Jelix, I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry, asked me advice for people who drop out of school / want to, and your views on dropping out. I think it depends on the situation. It is different for everyone, and if you feel like you really should drop out, then maybe that's the right choice to do. I definitely recommend like getting an education, but also like if you feel like maybe you want to go on a different career path and school is just a waste of time and money, then definitely but don't just drop out if you're like you don't like school or you just are too lazy to do assignments, because it definitely is important to have at least a high school degree, and then once you have that, it's easier to just like, you can wait and go to college, or you can go to college right away, or you can not go to college and do something. So I do recommend getting your high school diploma at least, but if you're in like a dire situation and dropping out is really what you need to do, then like I can't judge you on that, like that's your choice. Bethan.yw asked me how to actually do your homework, and what I do is I try to do it right when I get it. So instead of like waiting a really long time, if a teacher gives me like a really easy assignment, I'll try to finish that right away, and then I'll have more time for harder assignments. If a teacher gives me like an essay and they're like, oh, you have like 2 months to do this, usually if I don't start right away, I will procrastinate until like the last week of the 2 months. So what you gotta do is you just gotta start right away. If it's an essay, you can just come up with an idea right away and maybe have like an outline like the first couple days that you get it. If it's just an assignment, then just get it done, and then you'll just feel so much better. Usually I'll make a little list, and I'll put the list like on my desk where I usually see it, and then I'll just read that, be like, yo, like okay, these are all the assignments I have to do, and then I'll also write the due dates, so I make sure that in my mind I kind of have an idea of like what due dates and everything. Kristen asked me freshman advice. So for freshman advice, I just recommend going in with like an open mind and get to know your teachers. Don't procrastinate on homework, don't let discussing boys bring you down. Realize that high school is not really like the biggest deal ever. Like, you just gotta get through it, do your schoolwork, and afterwards it's hopefully a lot better. A lot of the people that you know in middle school you might not be friends with anymore as you meet new people, and that's always a good thing. Like, sometimes the friends you had in middle school are really mean or disgusting to you, and you can find new friends in high school. Also, yeah, just realize that this is high school. Even though it may suck, there are a lot of opportunities to meet new people, make new friends, learn new things, just kind of discover like maybe what you want to do in life, or maybe it can be just an opportunity to just grow yourself. If you are a freshman, I'd recommend getting like the credits that you need over with, because it's really annoying when you're like a senior and the teacher's like, why did you not take this class? And you're like, But yeah, I'd recommend getting all your classes over with that you need to get, so meeting with your counselor and being like, yo, like, also don't take unnecessary dumb classes that you don't need, because that's what I did, and I regret. So those are most of the questions that I got from my school Q&A. Thank you guys so much for asking me questions, and be sure to leave any more questions or like experiences with school in the comments below. I also answer questions on Tumblr and Snapchat sometimes, so be sure to hit me up on those. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye everyone!